Tessa is alive. Before humans discovered fire and the first atom was split, the predators experimented on many species to improve their own, but these old rituals may lead to their destruction. The dangerous synthetic in Predator Badlands, Tessa, was sent by Weyland-Yutani to Genna to capture a legendary creature that might allow humans to live forever, the Kalisk. Her fight against Dek, the Yautja who was also after the same creature, ultimately led to the android being betrayed by her double, Thea, and being destroyed. But what if Tessa were to return? What if she wasn't destroyed and fulfilled her mission? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and in this video we'll be talking about how Tessa could return in the sequel to Predator Badlands. To understand how Tessa could return, we first need to understand what makes this android special. In the worlds of Predator and Alien, a megacorporation exists that seeks to control everything through economic exploitation and war. Weyland-Yutani. Since its founding, this company has sought to seize all power. Like a parasite that is never satisfied, they control planet Earth and continue to expand among the stars. Tessa and Thea were created precisely as tools to continue this galactic conquest, using more than just intelligence as a weapon, but also emotions.
Where's Thea?
The Yautja has Thea.
The planet Genna is extremely dangerous, and no Yautja has ever been able to defeat the mythical creature that inhabits that planet, the Kalisk. What makes this monster so dangerous is its ability to regenerate, rendering it nearly immortal. In Predator Badlands, it is explained that Tessa and her sister Thea are state-of-the-art androids with the capacity to feel, which would be a useful tool for them on Genna. However, in reality, Weyland-Yutani had created these androids to lie and manipulate. Thea and Tessa spent 2 years on Genna studying the Kalisk, but they were unable to capture it. During a confrontation with the creature, the androids were severely damaged and separated. The damage Tessa sustained left her offline, and Thea was ripped in half, literally. Later, Dek finds Thea, and Tessa is found and rebuilt by Weyland-Yutani. When Thea is revived, the first thing she asks is where Thea is. She is still out there alone, and it is for her sister that Tessa returns to the hellish jungles of Genna. But Tessa is informed that her sister was not alone. She is with the Yautja. Thea knew all about the Yautja, their civilization and customs, how they used other species for their experiments, and how they hunted as part of their rituals and ideologies. The Yautja are barbaric creatures, and when Tessa found Thea, she was fighting with the creature against the Kalisk. Fast forward to the film's climactic battle, Tessa manages to kill the Kalisk, destroying the creature from within with an ice bomb. She is then destroyed by the Yautja and her sister Thea. Tessa's skull is taken as a trophy by Dek and brought to Yautja Prime as proof and a rite of passage into Dek's clan. Predator Badlands ends with Dek and Thea on the Yautja home planet, but as we mentioned in previous videos, Thea is with Dek for ulterior motives. If Thea was created as an android specializing in manipulation, perhaps it's no coincidence that she switched sides and joined a Yautja and betrayed her sister. Thea continues her mission to find something of value for the megacorporation, even if she's unaware of it. Now Thea has become a tracking device for the company, a beacon, and it's only a matter of time before we see an army of synthetics arriving at the Yautja homeworld. But the megacorporation won't blindly send its soldiers into war. Weyland-Yutani may rebuild Tessa with her memories and experience intact. When Tessa was rebuilt, the mother computer surely made a backup of her just in case. The experience Tessa had from her years on Genna wasn't lost. Every moment she shared with Thea, every creature they studied on Genna, and even when they were attacked by the Kalisk, every memory on that planet was stored in the computer. ready to be copied onto another body. Tessa could be rebuilt to lead an army of androids to invade Yautja Prime. That's one way to bring her back. Now you might think this doesn't make sense, because Tessa failed her mission. Why would the mother computer bring her back? Recall that in Predator Badlands, it was mentioned that Thea and Tessa knew everything about the Yautja. Thea's comment on that fact was quite suspicious. Why do Thea and Tessa know so much about the Yautja? This leads me to believe that it wasn't by chance that Thea encountered Dek in Genna. Both Thea and Tessa were searching for something more important than the Kalisk. Their purpose was to become allies of the Yautja to find their way to Yautja Prime. And if our suspicion is confirmed to be true, Tessa will return, because she is an android created to learn everything about the Yautja to conquer them. But why does Weyland-Yutani want to invade Yautja Prime? The answer is simple. Since ancient times, there have been legends of how the Yautja have used Earth as their hunting grounds, how humans were hunted by these gods from space. Weyland-Yutani seeks to oppose the Yautja. It is humanity rising to fight against a threat that has existed for thousands of years. The fight between the corporation and the hunters is inevitable, because Weyland-Yutani in turn is the result of the Yautja's intervention on Earth. A destructive force will always create an equal opposing destructive force. Much of the tech Weyland-Yutani has is thanks to reverse-engineered Predator tech, and so Weyland-Yutani takes the most destructive ideas of humanity and the Yautja and combines them with an economic structure to become a bigger predator. The clash between these two parties is inevitable, and the outlook is not in the Yautja's favor. The world of Predator and Alien is heading towards a battle between biological beings and synthetics, and it is only a matter of time before we see Tessa's return, leading the synthetics in the invasion of Yautja Prime. Just as the Yautja used Earth as a hunting ground, their home planet will soon become the hunting ground of the new capitalist god, Weyland-Yutani. So what do you think? Could Thea and Tessa have been programmed to manipulate the Yautja? Will we see Tessa again? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Mr. President, this is a photograph of the alien from the movie Alien. This is what you could end up looking like if you eat some of the raw, frozen shrimp being sent to the United States by other countries.